saying I need my ring back?
Who?
These reggae artists.
They need it.
They
don't be showing no love. That's what they said.
They say they saying that the reggae artists, Buju Banton to be exact. Right. That's who's on the clip. He was speaking on how Puerto Ricans took the sound and made it theirs, and they didn't really collaborate with no artists. Which is a lie because there's documentaries with multiple artists from reggaeton saying that they did try to reach out.
Now or back in the day?
Back in the days.
Because back in the day.
But back in the days is important because it's almost like you're getting a blessing from these people that you kind of did grab a certain part of their sound.
I feel like he's talking mostly right now. He's talking about right now.
Oh, I'm sure he's talking about right now, but think about it. But think about it. If they try to reach out back then and they were like, whatever, we don't even support it. I think only a few artists, maybe not Beanie. Well, I don't know if Beanie Man did collab with any Latino artists, but I know Sean Paul did. Sean Paul has, and Shaggy. You know, which they're but they still kind of represent that.
The two light skin commercial.
Hey, the ones that got to that commercial level, true. But what they're saying is pretty much that.
But they suing them because of the samples that they use.
So Reggaeton is getting sued based on this one fishnet. I think it's called fishnet something. It's like a sample. It's a sound that's like a drum rhythm, and it does kind of sound like reggaeton. But if you listen to reggaeton, not necessarily they're like utilizing the entire sample.
I don't think so. I think
that's why that lawsuit is still kind of like everything's kind of being moved around, and it's taking a long time to actually take it to court.
But that's not, if they talking about drum rhythms, they're not gonna win that.
And that's how I agree with that, because you can't sue nobody for drums.
You can't. I mean, and they try to sue Ed Sheeran probably like 2 years ago or a year ago about that he was using the same notes.
No, that's different though.
But he won.
Notes, no, and that's fine, because if he like pitched it a different way, then yes, you can kind of get away with that. But with melody, is a lot more intricate, because a melody is somewhat in a certain way unique to a certain extent. But this music has been going on for so long that all the melodies have been played already, just about. You know what I'm saying?
And it's the same chords and everything like that.
But with drums, it's different, because then you're going to tell me there's like Indian music that has the same rhythm as reggaeton. There's African music that's the same rhythm as reggaeton. It has the same tumpa tumpa as what Puerto Ricans would call it. Or
no, that Afrobeat is similar. Reggae is similar, and reggaeton too. But I feel like they talking about the drums, and the drums, that's gonna be hard unless they using some of the drums and they can prove it that you used it over here and it was reggae at this point, and then now you're using the sample and you got it on Fruity Loops or wherever, and it's going around. And
it's getting changed as far as the rhythm as well, because it is within the same metric, but it's still slightly different than what reggae was. I mean, reggae did have that snare, but they added the kick and the snare, has a house feel to it.
But the melody that goes dun 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 dun, that's been going on for a long time in reggae.
That one is, I think that one is somewhat, the original one might be copyrightable, where it's like you gotta either get permission, license it, or
because that was used.
But
for everything.
Dembow uses it a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
In DR, Dembow has a lot of.
I mean, we keep saying Dembow, and déjame decirle algo. Eso es reggaeton.
Yeah.
Playero.
Like,
I don't know why they try to change that up, and I don't.
They try to make it their own.
Look, that's one thing that I'm gonna be frank. I don't like that shit. Yo soy dominicano, y a mí no me gusta que ellos di que siempre están repeating the damn word leche, 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 leche. Man, get the hell out of here and do some real music when you can.
Yeah, and the talent is there, bro.
No, the talent, no ways.
Some of the hardest rappers too are from DR, bro. Like I know a lot of DR artists that are nasty.
I mean, all of them.
Pero llegan al comercialismo, y pues claro, es bien repetitivo con lo del dembow.
That shit get tiring. It get tiring all the way. But to go back to the reggae stuff, I feel like if they find samples of music in each big reggaeton artist songs, then I feel like they have a case. But if they talking about drums, that's going to be hard.
That's what I'm saying. So this lawsuit's been going on for years now. So right now, nobody has been taken to court. There's people that have been, I guess, indicted or put into that list of artists, including Daddy Yankee and a bunch of other artists.
But what's been going on with Buju Banton in that clip, he's saying that
they haven't collabed with them.
Right. They haven't shown no love. They haven't reached out.
But where do you think? Where do you think that comes from? Is it? Do you think? I don't know if maybe the Puerto Rican or reggaeton artists, because they're not just Puerto Rican anymore. Maybe they're just not looking in that direction to go into that route. I think it would be dope. I mean, to bring a reggae artist and put them on some reggaeton stuff.
I feel like they always try to collab with American artists, and they not looking towards
other Caribbean
side. Maybe because it's not big. See, they look at an American artist and they be like, okay, I can see the benefits in collabing with a Lil Wayne, collabing with Fat Joe.
Probably all business, bro. Like, they're not looking that way because there's no numbers. I was just thinking right now, about 2 years ago, Rao collabed with Shinsei.
I mean, but what makes you think that there's no numbers?
And it's because she got numbers, though. You feel me?
Yeah, but what makes you think reggae artists don't have numbers?
But that's
reggae is big in Canada. Reggae is big in Europe.
Yeah, but
big.
But I don't think is that what was the
album last year was the most. I think it was the biggest selling album as a reggae artist in the last I don't know how many years, and it only sold like 80,000 copies.
I mean, everybody's album is selling like that, though.
But what I'm saying is, who's the latest emerging artist from reggae from Jamaica?
That's difficult.
That's the question. I need that answer because who's the most recent emerging artist from Jamaica? Shinsei. No, besides her.
Bro, I don't.
Like male or.
Like I can think about a song. Okay,
that's not recent.
It's even like this guy that came out with a song called Bossy.
Bro, you're talking about the actor?
No, he was on that song, Idris Elba, but
I think that's more Afro though.
Right,
more
that's
African.
That's what I'm saying. That it's hard to pick.
That's what I think. That's the point that I'm trying to get to. Like right now, Jamaica, or I guess if reggaeton came from Jamaica, the original spot, there's besides Shinsei, there's probably other artists that are emerging that I don't know of. So excuse me.
But it's one thing with reggae.
But what I'm saying is like what artists? Because
look,
Russian? they're working with Davido.
But that's Afrobeat.
But that's my point. Who is the next star in Jamaica that these newer artists like Anuel, Bad Bunny would be like, let's collab with this guy because he's popping.
But Buju Banton
is a OG.
Yeah, but they don't consider in reggae music. It's not the same. I know.
But I feel like
they legendary.
You're
always.
Right. But then where's the new generation?
It's no new generation.
Then that's the problem. That's the problem.
He's talking about it's a problem. Why you can't do it with Buju Banton?
They can. I'm sure they can.
Because he'll kill on there.
But they probably don't look at Buju Banton as a business move. Because
it's a business move.
No, go look at Buju Banton's Spotify numbers and go compare them to the artists that you're saying for him to hop on. It might not be a business move. Unfortunately, that is true. That is the problem with the industry.
Right, because I was about to say you need to.
I know where you're going.
Stop that.
No, we do need to stop it
because that's terrible.
I'm telling it like it is. I'm gonna give you the truth, and I feel like that's kind of the angle.
But you can inflate those numbers. So what makes it even real? Like what we said last time in the last episode, we said that you can be popping on the internet, and then you go to their shows and they not popping.
When was the last time Buju Banton did a tour?
I mean, I gotta look it up.
All right,
you can't say all right because I don't know.
No, I'm not gonna say all right. I'm gonna tell you that I would need that answer,
right,
so that we can come to the conclusion.
Because I guarantee you right now.
Because I almost want to guarantee that is a business thing. It's not even a show them love.
I don't think so.
Unfortunately,
it shouldn't be no business thing because if you respect the artist,
you're right.
You should go after it, like how Romeo Santos he goes and get the old bachateros.
I can see
and makes a whole album.
I can see Rafa Pavon doing a record with Buju Banton because Rafa Pavon is that type of artist that
I can see all of them.
No. I can see realistically because that's what his
because that's the style.
Farruko. No, because Farruko, Rafa Pavon have been artists that they know where the music comes from and they're culturally in there to where they're into those African roots or Jamaican roots or whatever it is. So Anuel wouldn't think of doing that, is what I'm saying. But a Rafa Pavón or a Farruko, that even Farruko early in his career, he had, I forget his name.
And that's
he
the
had
problem.
a Jamaican.
Sean Paul.
No, not Sean Paul. There was another. What was it? Key-Money Marley. But he did it with another guy. There's another guy that's from Jamaica.
Talking about that right now. The Marley, Lauryn Hill's son. These wells of change, they the fire.
Yeah.
He just came out with that. That's a banger.
Damian Marley.
That's the uncle. Lauryn Hill's son. Y'all know.
But what I'm saying is,
he's a Marley.
The reason why is because these new reggaeton artists, either they're not educated or they don't care about that culture on that aspect.
But that goes into the where is that person that doesn't know that, but somebody on the team that be like, I feel like if we do a song with this guy, it'll explode somewhere, and you don't have that anymore.
I believe it. I believe that a lot of these reggaeton artists probably don't get booked a lot in Jamaica,
or at all.
Probably.
So that's also a problem.
That can be a part of it too. That can be a big problem. Right,
that could be it too.
Because it can go both ways.
Because I mean, you think
we
about
only
it.
think in one way. But
you see everybody's tour, and they go to Puerto Rico, they go to DR. You don't see Jamaica on that list. So why? What's the reason? Like we definitely got to do research here,
right?
Because we don't have all the answers.
Because that.
But it's like a good conversation to have as far as like to try to find out why. Because I did notice that as far as like the touring thing, no artist ever says, "Hey, we're going to Jamaica to sing reggaeton."
Except for like Cultura Profética.
But Cultura Profética is not reggaeton.
It's reggae.
They're reggae, and they embrace the fuck out of Jamaica.
Right.
They live that. They are Rastas. Like they live that lifestyle.
And that's the good thing about it.
Yeah, no, they did a lot of shit.
They probably have producers. They probably do their album in Jamaica. They probably. Well, there you have it. There you have it. I mean, they got it's a two-way road. So if they over here, Buju Banton is one that's complaining, and he's one of the legends that actually do reggae. And the thing is that I know for a fact reggaeton artists in the past and now have used rhythms.
Yeah.
From reggae artists
the whole
or
reggaeton
DJs
has been built on
reggae.
Jamaican reggae mixed with Panamanian reggae.
It's the ponder
and
style.
Then we created whatever it is that we looped and started using as the dembow.
But that's another problem right there of why everybody's keeping they go in and stay in that same lane, and they go and they be like, let's do a song like this guy so we can be a hit, and they don't actually go to no other artists that sound different, sound original, coming with something different. Everybody want to sound the same. And that is a big problem. And that's why AI, not to go into AI, but that's why AI is striving, because you can tell AI, hey, I want a song like Bad Bunny, or I want a song like J. Cole, or I want a song like that. And they'll spit the hell out that shit out, and it'll sound like a song from them, and then you just record it and you good to go.
Yep.
And that making music just sound ridiculous.
I mean, that software.
I think ultimately
we seen it with Timbaland.
Oh yeah, on that Timbaland.
It finished Timbaland's track.
Yeah, it tarareó todo, and it gave him the melodies, the harmonies, everything, and all you gotta do is put words to it.
Boy,
it's crazy. Yeah,
look, you'll use that, but then if people using that, then what makes an artist? Then what makes a person shine? Is the AI software gonna win the Grammy, or is you?
Well, by law, anything created with AI, unless it's the lyrics belong to the artist, that the person that wrote it, but the actual record doesn't belong to anybody because it's AI. So when you do it with AI, there's like a new law they're implementing about.
Like they did that now?
Yeah, this is the whole Universal, Sony or Universal and.
I'm so glad. I was just about to fuss about that right now, but I'm glad that's happening.
TikTok took some rights away to put music for a while, and then they fought back, and I believe it was all because of the whole AI stuff. And then, and that one guy that got famous or whatever doing the. I forgot his name, but it was that one song that he did.
Chat Flow GPT or something.
No, that's in the Spanish side. There was one that did it with the English records. Remember that he like blended two artists and it sounded just like them.
That's crazy.
But you know that led for them to really like start making new laws because we've never had laws on AI.
I mean, we never had people using AI to do music.
So now that it's public, they're creating these laws to try to like prevent people from using it in a way where like you can copy Drake's voice and put it on a song and
That's different.
no,
I mean, Lord Jesus, just imagine, because back in the day, I know I used to do this. I used to get a song, find a beat, and go into the studio and put their verse on the song and put my verse on the song.
Oh yeah, that's
like
like the remix.
like this is the remix,
the Spanish remix.
No good goddamn well it wasn't the remix. But you know, now you can actually get a AI to get you a Drake or a Snoop Dogg. But I'm glad that they stopping that. I mean, the realness has to come back and the originality has to come back, because we losing that, and everything right now sounds the same. Meaning
I think it's just saturating itself as well, because now anybody can create music.
That's terrible.
And you don't have to be that artistic or that talented or a great songwriter or a great singer. I mean, this has already been happening. You don't have to be a great singer anymore because they have auto-tune and all these things. And now you don't have to be a great writer or even try to sound like anything. You can sound like anybody.
So let me ask you a question.
What's up?
What is talent then? What is talent now?
Talent now, there's a very blurred line right now with talent.
Right.
Talent can be somebody that's really good at creating something out of nothing using resources and technology, or talent can be a person grabbing a guitar and writing a song for you with a pen and a pad.
Okay, so who's better singer? Let me put some artists out there. Okay. Because I was discussing this the other day and we was going back and forth, like Whitney Houston or Taylor Swift?
Whitney Houston.
Now, what makes her better than Taylor Swift?
Damn, you should have. I'm sorry, we should have been like Whitney Houston or fucking Mariah Carey.
No, it don't matter. It don't matter the artist you get. The point is, for me, talent is talent, and people blur that to bring different categories to make the person with no talent. Not saying Taylor Swift doesn't have talent.
No, Taylor Swift can sing her ass off.
She can't sing her ass off, but she can sing.
I mean, for the genre that she does,
right, yes. And she can write better than probably all of them.
You're not gonna hear Taylor Swift. You're not gonna hear her sing the song, the Bodyguard song,
right,
the way that Whitney's gonna sing it.
And I was the reason I bring that up is because back in the day we knew that Michael Jackson was the king. We knew that Whitney Houston can sing.
Yeah, but who better than Michael Jackson? So let me ask you this: who's the better artist, Prince or Michael Jackson?
Oh, you got it there. But that's two amazing artists. To me, it will always be Michael Jackson.
Why?
Because Michael Jackson revolutionized everything. If it wasn't for Michael Jackson, we wouldn't have a lot of the artists out right now. He can dance, fashion, whatever he did, people followed. And his songs were different. They were my type of stuff.
Well, no, that's
my opinion. It's subjective.
But I want you to like. So you did mention a lot of it, which is dancing, because even though Prince danced, but not like Michael.
Right. But Prince played all his instruments.
All of them.
And
Mike didn't play not one. I think
not one, but in the studio.
But he
told people
how to do it
by his singing.
Yeah, exactly.
So then it's different.
So then who's more talented?
They both talented. They both up there. You picking two like
no, these are two great examples.
Yeah, but you picking the same apples and apples around here. That's two artists that are amazing that have been doing it since they was children and came from that trained with an AR with a label behind them in a machine that trained them up to the point that they became who they became, and they was both kings in their rights. Now, it's subjective when it comes to that. The reason I bring that up is because Michael and Chris Brown, now that's a better
Well, that's two separate generations. I think they're like the same lineage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because to me, I do think if you looked at it now, who's the closest thing to Mike right now?
It's
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Because that motherfucker will be singing a verse and do a backflip, land that bitch, and keep singing.
Right.
And yeah, it's some
but it's
type of
different.
energy unmatched.
To me, still, nobody can never do it like Michael.
No. Well, if you saw that that last documentary he released, bro, you'll really see how crazy that motherfucker was.
Who, Michael?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to tell me.
He would.
I grew up with that guy.
The whole well, I never saw how he was behind the scenes. So I'm looking at Michael as this great thing, but then on that documentary, you see like the process of him building this show, the world.
Oh, you
tour.
talking about This Is It? Okay,
yeah, this is it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like now that's when you see it. It's almost like what's that movie?
Like Perfection.
What's the movie with the drummer dude? Man,
I know who you talking about. That
where he had that teacher that was that slapped the fuck out of him.
Right.
Like,
I know what you're talking about. That he at the end he
that
finally
was
got
Michael,
his recognition.
That was MJ.
Right.
That old guy was MJ. That type of shit. That's how he would do his fucking his piano player or his. Well, he probably wouldn't put his hands on him, but he would definitely shit on him and be like, "Hey, you're fucking up. Like, do it like this."
I mean, I seen a video of him live concert that he actually fired somebody while he was singing.
Yeah.
Like, you can look that up right now on Google. Look that up. Michael Jackson singing live in a stadium and was like, "Jason, you're gone. You're fired." He kept going and kept dancing and everything.
You fucked up
you
fucked up the solo.
You're fired. That's it.
Well, look, speaking of Michael, and we all know Michael did a lot of very happy music.
Beautiful
which is
music,
very uplifting type of music.
Right.
I know this was a question you had off camera, and you said, "Why is music not happy anymore?" What do you think? Why do you think that's the current state of like music where it's not as happy, it's sappy, it's all some sad shit?
Look, I really don't. I don't want to get into the why is not happy because I feel like then we're gonna get everybody depressed around here because in reality it can be a lot of different things why everybody's singing. The lyrics are not happy. The melodies are not happy, and the chords are not happy
I think
it
has a lot to do with society.
It is. Yeah. It has to, because it has to do with a lot with mental illness.
Yeah.
Or everybody being walking on eggshells and can't really say what they feel, and they express it on a song, and that's how it always been. Obviously, the song is therapy, so they bring out with their lyrics, and everybody it seems like they sad, so they come out with the sad song.
I also think it's almost that which one gets the biggest press, good news or bad news?
Bad news all day.
So then when doing music, who's probably going to get the most audience? More negative music or like sad, negatively driven music?
That can go
or
both
happy,
ways.
Hey, let's love each other. Because look at R&B. R&B disappeared.
But it disappeared
in a way.
It's different.
It got commercialized.
Right.
So, but anything commercialized
R&B disappeared. You're right. It disappeared.
R&B has disappeared. I think
anymore.
Chris Brown, maybe Trey Songz whenever he drops album. Huh? Four Bats is one of the newest that, yes, I heard his project. I actually took a listen to it because you asked me to listen to it. He is, but his lyrics aren't. So he's using the R&B sound, but his lyrics are still new age, like, young-minded. R&B was not young-minded. R&B, I mean, it was young-minded,
grown and sexy.
but it was grown and sexy. And it was like lovey, like it came from a place.
Bro, you're saying I don't know, but what's R&B? R&B lyric for you? Because this is what R&B used to be. R&B used to be, I call it foreplay music.
I wanna know.
Like it was foreplay. Like, it was kiss the girl on the ear.
Yeah, on the neck, it was like
massage her before you get into it.
Yeah.
Now it's not like that.
Now it's
no
like,
music is like that.
Trey Songz definitely is not like lyric, like the original lyric of R&B. He has an R&B sound. But Trey Songz is like, bend you over and this and that.
They get straight to it. Everybody gets straight to it.
R&B was never like that. It was, but it was almost like salsa. Salsa was indirect. Con doble sentido, with a double meaning, underwater.
Hit it right on the money. You hit it right on the money right there.
Yeah.
That's why R&B disappeared, because it's not indirect anymore. Everybody is just getting straight to fucking.
Yeah.
Nobody's making love anymore.
There's no foreplay anymore.
No foreplay. We don't take you out to dinner no more.
Foreplay is let's get the Henny bottle, smoke this blunt.
The women don't like to some women like to be mean, and when you do that, you a cornball now, or you do the right things, you Mr. Nice Guy, so they don't like that.
That's why Calvary is dead as well. Or is it Calvary? Chivalry? My fault.
Chivalry.
Chivalry. There you go. Sorry.
You never heard
the Calvary. Yeah. They gonna beat your ass.
They gonna beat your ass.
You ain't hear 21 Savage's explanation on why they don't do
what was
R&B
it?
no more?
Why?
Y'all some.
You gonna make
some hoes now. Nobody's singing to y'all. Everybody sell pussy. Ain't nobody singing for it.
Hey, that goes back to society,
right? But that's that. Yeah, you can say that about women. Women are doing that, but what are men doing?
They doing the same.
They doing the same thing.
They doing the same.
They tricking.
They allowing it.
So you don't have real men out there no more that will serenade, marinate.
Yep.
El guante. They just want to put the bate en el guante, and that's it.
Yep.
So you don't have the men that actually go out there and do that, and that creates, because people always try to give that narrative of men and women don't need each other. Ladies and gentlemen, we need each other. That's why women have a hole and we have a dick, and it fits perfectly like a puzzle. So we all need each other, I guarantee you. But that is the reason. It's not just women that's hoes. It's men out here. I'm not going to call the men hoes because it's different. I still believe in that old stereotype. I'm sorry. I still believe in if you have a master lock and all the keys can open it, then that master lock is fucked up. But if you have that master lock and only one key can open it, then that's a good master lock. So I believe in that to the day I die. So men, if they stop tricking and just giving women the purses and spend $10,000 and not really show a woman how to be a man and take care of them and show them that they can be partners instead of just, tricking. If you got it, then you'll get better music. You'll get better R&B. You'll get better everything because it trickles down from all the genres. It's not just R&B. It's reggaeton too. Back in the day, reggaeton used to be indirect. Yeah. Bachata used to be indirect.
Well, no. Reggaeton was never indirect.
It was perreo, but it was indirect.
It originally was very raw. Then we got in trouble. We said, let's tone it down.
Well, they toned it down when they got big.
Then the romantic reggaeton came, and that was like the pinnacle of like the romantic, the Rakim and Wise. Then they started, getting behind.
Well, you just said it right there. You just said it.
Yeah.
When did reggaeton become reggaeton?
Worldwide. Probably around that area, maybe. But even then, it was still you still had. Well, yeah, you're right, because it was. Not as direct, the Tego records that blew up, the Daddy Yankee records, they were all clean.
It's like Zion.
Yeah. And then, you know what he talking about.
But now it's like,
a la locura.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's so definitely.
Bro, I mean, they going all in. They literally saying, hey, I'm a nut in you.
But I almost feel like that same era lined up with the R&B era too, because early 2000s they had great R&B.
It did.
And so it's like now it's like it all kind of moves the same now. Even the Latin industry with the English industry, as far as the content,
everything.
Direction.
The whole world is like this at this point.
Yeah.
And when we say music, I'm speaking everything. Everything is, when I say that all the artists sound the same in reggaeton, all the artists sound the same in reggaeton. All the artists sound the same in country. All the artists sound the same in hip hop. All the artists sound the same everywhere across the board. So when you get somebody that stick out like a sore thumb, they become number one ASAP.
Yep.
It's always like that. When there's somebody that comes out that they original, and you be like, wait a minute, who is this sounding like this? And where they come from? They start popping. But it's hard nowadays because everybody want to be a little baby. Everybody want to be
the baby.
Not the baby. They don't want to be the baby no more.
I think that comes with all the saturation, bro. Now there's a lot of people that now can record themselves and they listen to Little Baby and now they want to rap like him, and then they put music out and now there's more Little Babies out there.
It's a lot of Little Babies.
More Young Thugs, more Cardis, more Little Uzis.
And the thing is that they don't take the vision, because I'm not going to say Cardis. It's a lot of Little Waynes, but they didn't take the lyrics and him doing songs and hits They just took what he looked like.
Well, that's the mumble. That's where the mumble
they
era kind
trended
of after that, because Wayne never mumbled. He just rapped really nice, and but he was able to do that type of music.
He's one of the greatest.
Then you have the whole mumble era of artists where they're just saying shit to say shit.
Right, that it sounds good.
Just because it rhymes.
Right. And it sounds good.
And speaking of the complete opposite.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to drag it.
Where are you going with it?
I'm going to Kendrick in the Super Bowl.
I was about to say, speaking of Lil Wayne, disrespectful ass shit of Jay-Z picking fucking Kendrick Lamar to do the Super Bowl in New
like
Orleans
a Drake stand over here.
Yeah, we have a Drake stand in the building.
Instead of having the greatest damn near artist that did rap like that, not do it in his own city.
I don't think Drake is the greatest artist.
No, I'm not talking about. I said Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's from New Orleans.
Just because I hate when people do that. Because in Atlanta, when the Super Bowl was in Atlanta, they didn't pick no Atlanta rappers, and nobody came out and said, "Oh, it's in Atlanta."
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing. This has nothing to do with Wayne. This has nothing to do with New Orleans. This has everything to do with the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef.
Yeah, but
that's it.
And Kendrick Lamar being
checkmate.
Who's under Wayne?
Checkmate, huh?
Who's under Wayne?
Drake.
You don't think he did that just to fuck with Drake? Like Jay-Z?
Yes.
Jay-Z don't fuck with Drake either.
Yes. I completely
Jay-Z
Jay-Z and Drake, they've been throwing shots at each other for the longest.
Hold on, y'all saying Drake or Lil Wayne and Jay-Z been throwing?
Drake and Jay-Z.
So I haven't seen no Drake and Jay-Z been throwing shots at each other.
Not above water, but underwater, and lyrics and shit like that.
I feel like it's been more Lil Wayne than Jay-Z and Jay-Z to Lil Wayne than Drake.
Probably, but Drake's gonna stand up for Wayne, so Drake has thrown shots.
I feel like Drake,
but this has nothing to do. But once again, this has nothing to do with Jay-Z either. This is the Kendrick and Drake Lamar beef. Drake Lamar.
I mean, Jay-Z chose Kendrick.
That's fine. I would too.
I would too.
Shit.
But I'm gonna tell you what's going on.
The point is
Kendrick had this plan since the beginning.
Yes, they had a bar. There's a bar in the J. Cole and Drake song where he says first person shooter, where he said something about not even at the Super Bowl.
We big as the Super Bowl.
We as big as the Super Bowl.
And then it says you big as what? You big as what? We big as the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So there goes the level of Kendrick's intelligence. He said, "Oh, you think you big as a Super Bowl, nigga? I'm gonna do the Super Bowl,
and you ain't never done the Super Bowl,
and I'm gonna do it in the guy that you signed with, in his city, in his hometown, and we gonna sing Not Like Us in New Orleans, in front of all the people that support you and the guy you signed with. That's the ill checkmate." Not a checkmate because the beef is not over.
And then when he did the post, this is how intelligent.
And then the video.
When he did the post to announce that he was in the Super Bowl, he said, coño, se me está olvidando.
No round twos.
Yeah, it's no round twos.
Yeah, no round twos.
When you go after the championship, you only got one round.
Drake had
one chance to win.
He did a post where it said something about round two.
Yeah, he wanted to do round two. Well, guess what? It's too late, Drake.
Bobby.
You messed up. He beat you at your own game.
Yeah.
Too late, Drake.
He did him like how Drake did Meek Mill's when he donated
all of them.
I don't know how many $1,000 to Meek Mill's high school that he grew up in.
He did everybody like that. He beat everybody like that.
Yeah.
All the artists like that. He was coming out fast. He was making hits. He was
and now he got a taste of his own poison.
And he got a taste of his own because I always said this. I said when Drake come across a real rapper that is just as famous as him, that people respect him as much as Drake, then that's when you're going to see real competition. Yeah. And we've seen it.
Well, now you're looking at the culture versus the masses.
Right.
And that's really what it's about. And it's almost like a good versus evil thing.
Ooh, you hit it right on the money.
You know what I'm saying? So, God always going to win, bro.
God always going to win.
God always going to win.
You hear that, Jay? God always gonna win.
I'm about to say something, but I'm definitely for God, so I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah,
I hope you don't. That was a test. That was a test, and you almost failed.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's terrible. Yeah. Which I'm not even. Look, Drake is a great artist. Stick to your lane. Keep us waving our hands back and forth.
Keep pacifying the masses.
Right. Keep pacifying the masses. And we gonna fuck with you, Drake.
And we gonna be all right.
but you know, right now, you know, I'm gonna put my hand over my chest like an American, and I'm gonna tell you, you're not like us.
Hey,
that's it.
Hey,
I ride with
Super
Kendrick
Bowl
all
gonna
day.
be crazy. Super Bowl gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be epic. I think
gonna
it's
be amazing.
Yeah.
Especially if he brings out the hippies out with him, the Schoolboy Q's, the J Rocks, the Ab Souls. I mean, it's gonna be crazy if he comes out with these people, just like he came out with the concert.
There's rumors. I don't believe this, but there's rumors that he's planning on bringing out Wayne.
That's what I was saying. In my head, I'm thinking. I mean, just
and I could kind of see that because Wayne, being Wayne, he might be like, "This is a business move. Let me stand up for my city." Yeah,
Wayne gonna do it. He always been like
and
that.
he just gonna have to tell Drake like, "Yo, it's all right.
It's crazy.
Personal.
What if he brings out the Hot Boys?
Damn.
What if he brings out the Hot Boys?
That'll
And for
be...
y'all young children that don't know who the Hot Boys is Lil Wayne, Young Turk, BG, and Juvenile.
Yeah. 400 degrees.
MBG, he's out.
Yeah, he's out.
They're all out, bro. All of them are out.
All of them are out right now. Getting it.
Yeah.
Getting it.
Nah, right and I think that'll be dope. I think that'll be a twist and a slap in the face.
It would be
yeah.
That would be a big slap in the face. But you know who will appreciate it? New Orleans.
Oh, for sure.
Especially if he does that. And he's so smart that he'll do it.
Might.
He will.
Yeah, because think about it. The only reason why they got Kendrick Lamar right now at the Super Bowl is because of the whole beef. And let's be honest, it's not because the last album he did, everybody was like, "Yo, this is the hardest album ever in hip hop." No, that a lot of people will think it is, and I'm sure it's a great album, but it's because of all this attention that the situation has. And it could have been planned a long time ago. And that was a part of his whole grand scheme of like, hey, I'm going to go into beef with this dude. And he's going to regret it. Because he probably got shit planned for 2025 after that is going to get in the way of Drake and the
crazy part about it is that it feels like almost Kendrick Lamar. Like when you was first seeing it happen, it feels like it wasn't planned. But then after each step, each level, you keep going. You be like,
but he said it. He opened Pandora's box and he said, "I got 10 of them for you."
Right.
So that means, and he only dropped 5. So he got another 5 in the clip. And the Super Bowl ain't a part of the 5. So imagine. That's why it's almost like Drake need to thread carefully.
He does.
Carefully.
Like just you know what Drake needs to do? Just disappear.
No, I mean he dropped some new shit recently. Yeah, that shit was dope. I mean, it was cool.
It's dope, but everybody's sick of him right now. Everybody is on Kendrick Lamar right now.
Not the stands. Not the stands.
I mean, I don't hear that everywhere, all over the place.
I'm not with Kendrick. I'm sorry.
I mean, you don't have to be with Kendrick.
If I want to go to sleep, I'll probably listen to Kendrick.
I don't know about all that.
That's something actually flag. But weren't you the one that said you were having trouble sleeping? You might as well just
put the Kendrick album if I have trouble sleeping, I'll probably play one of them soft Drake slow songs.
Right.
I mean,
Marvin's Room.
Yeah, Marvin's Room will put me to sleep.
You're going to end up crying, boy. You're going to end up
crying myself to sleep.
Right. Ain't nobody, or just, Alexa, play brown noise or something like that.
Brown noise? I didn't know that was a thing.
Right, it is. White noise, brown noise, green noise. Check it out.
Ain't the brown noise the one que te hace cagar?
No ve. Coño.
I swear, look up Google what's the brown noise.
Yo, we're not going to do that.
We're not going.
But yeah, we're going to go ahead and switch it up here. I know this will be a segment that we're going to be doing more often now on El Podcast. And that's pretty much shining the light on a local artist here from Atlanta. We're going to pretty much shuffle different artists as we do these episodes and just shine light on.
And it's going to be a lot of segments, too. It's going to be some segments out here that we're going to...
Yeah, we're going to add a bunch of new segments to this show.
We're going to cater to them that it's going to be definitely verses against verses with local artists only. We want to talk to the local DJs. We want to talk to the local promoters. We want to bring a light. This is the show because talking about that, we got a lot of great feedback on the last episode that we had.
Oh, yeah.
And we want to make sure to keep shining a light on all the local artists, the local DJs, and the local promoters because that's the most important thing that we want to do at this show.
The ecosystem, man.
Right. So talking about the shining a light is Victor Mariachi. We want to shine a light on him. One thing that I appreciate about this guy, y'all should go check him out, Victor Mariachi, on Instagram. Y'all see it on the screen right now. This man is incredible. His style is Mexican. He has an original lane, and this man is spitting bars
Bruh.
all day.
Bars than a motherfucker.
Bars in a motherfucker. This man just opened up for Snow the Product.
Yep.
So he is on a trajectory that you guys need to.
Yo, I rise from the dead feeling sexy. This is straight coke, no Pepsi.
Follow this man
Lift it off
on
like I'm
Apple,
Jet Li. I
on
fell in love with
Spotify. Listen to his music because he's fire. We don't just want to show light to people that just spitting de que en español nada más, en reggaeton, and trap. We want everybody to get a shine. So if you doing rock and roll y tú eres latino aquí en Atlanta, holla at us. If you're doing mariachi, holla at us. If you're doing cumbia, holla at us. If you're doing reggaeton, holla at us. We don't know where you at until you holla at us. We know a lot of y'all.
That's right.
But we want to shine a light to everybody here in Atlanta and bring you here to the show if you're worthy. That is.
Ooh, okay. Put it right where it's at.
Right. We just not gonna bring you up here if you ain't got the audience. We got to feed off each other at the same time, but we are gonna show the light to the right people. Like I said, Victor Mariachi.
Yeah,
look him up right now.
Check him out on Spotify, all the platforms. He does have some stuff out there. I ain't gonna lie, we was listening before the episode started, and Mama the Plug go hard. It's like a trap.
It was
fire. It's trap, but he's like flowing on that shit. And then
he really flowing.
He ain't just like mumbling shit either, bro.
No,
he got bars. Like he's spitting bars.
He's spitting for real. So that's why people that like, that love that boom bap hip hop, that loves real lyrics, that cherish the music, listen to Victor Mariachi. He gonna take you there.
Yeah, no, and I've actually seen him live. They did an event at Underground and he performed, and bro,
people showing love. He got
the presence. He got the audience like to pay attention. I was locked in too. I was trying to record, but I'm just like locked in. Like, oh, this dude actually had bars. And,
I mean, amazing live shows.
Yeah,
amazing.
I mean, that was my
style
and
is
I'll
amazing.
tell you this: the when I saw him the first time, it wasn't like an extremely huge crowd, but everybody was tuned in. And then now seeing this footage that shout out to Andres, he did the behind the scenes on that,
right.
and took a lot of that footage. You can see that he has the crowd control, bro.
He does.
Even Snow the Products fans, like they were fucking with.
That's what I was about to say, because it's hard when you performing and you performing in front of other people,
a different fan base,
right?
Yeah.
Then sometimes they just look at you and be like, "Who is this?" And they just listening.
Nah, bro, they was screaming. I mean, make sure actually check him out on his IG, man, Victor Mariachi, and look at the video. There's audio there from the actual concert, and you can hear the people engaging, screaming. He goes, I think he says on one, you ever feel like somebody hating on you, something like that, and the crowd responding.
He
and
was
shit,
really in there,
and you're like, damn, okay, he got the people.
As soon as you come into the room, you feel the vibe of somebody hating on you. You feel that they looking at you and they already have that hating vibe. So this man, he got the performance on lock. He has the look on lock. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, he looked like a gangster mariachi. That's what he looked like,
for real.
And then his flow is on top notch, and he's spitting facts. He's spitting really great music. So check him out, Victor Mariachi on Instagram.
For sure. Now, speaking of local acts, local talent.
Yeah. Let's keep it going.
We're gonna talk about this event. We have been talking about some events. I know last episode, or not this last episode, but the before, we talked about Oya Fest.
Right. That Oya Fest is still going on.
Oya Fest is still going on. Make sure you get your tickets, oyafest.com. And we're gonna talk about this event that's also gonna happen on that same weekend on Friday, October the 4th, and it's called Evolucion. It's curated by Fresco Philm. It's also one of these events done by Team Evolution. That's the name of the company that's behind this. But right now it's being curated by none other than Fresco Philm. Everybody knows.
Shout out to Fresco Philm.
One of the Atlanta artists out here that's really putting on for the whole Latino movement, organic stuff. Now, as far as the event, I do want to go over some details just to get everybody tuned in. Sounds are going to be by Ruthless Geo. Big shout out to Geo, one of the DJs, and he's definitely killing it. He's a DJ that does a lot of events in the East Side. Geo go hard. Like he be blending in some crazy sounds, and he always gives you that Atlanta flavor.
And definitely got to bring him on so we can show a light on him too.
Definitely. This event's gonna be on October 4th. this year on a Friday. It's going to be hosted by Fresco Philm. Some of the artists that are going to be in the event are Alan Hu, BK Adonis, Calderoki, Dosi Santana, East Valley, Efímero El Cesar, El Colmillo, Fresco Philm, Felicita, JVB, which actually he's going to be throwing in a set. That's Julio Van Busto, one of the dope DJs here in Atlanta. Yeah, he go hard for real. Check him out at Magazinos too. He be out there spinning. Kira, also Lision, straight from PKM. Patrick Zay, Northside legend right there. And then of course Ruthless Geo on the ones and twos. This is gonna be a really dope event. They're gonna have this way of getting. It's like an interactive event where we are mixing. The venue is a little bit small, but it's gonna fit everybody there. Everybody's fans is gonna be able to come in there and enjoy
That's gonna
the
be
show.
dope.
It's a 2-level building, so at the top will be the stage, and at the bottom is the main bar. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up TVs everywhere on the main level, and we're gonna broadcast the show that's going on upstairs. So
that's gonna be nasty.
as their artists are switching up and performing, their fans are moving around. Maybe the fans of the one that just got off set is coming back downstairs to grab some drinks, and the next artist comes up. They get to see them, they get to hear them. There's gonna be a very interactive event, and it's gonna be full of some really dope music.
That's gonna be hard. Like he said, Evolution. October 4th. Check them out. 2 levels. You ain't gonna get this nowhere. You're gonna get it here first.
That's right. And IDS will be in the building, which will be taking care of part of the broadcasting. They've actually got us to be a part of the event.
That's dope.
And so we'll be out there.
I can't wait to be there.
We're debating about going live and maybe doing a live stream of the concert, but I'm working all the kinks on that because I want to make sure I have good internet there. If that's the case, then we may be able to stream it. But we'll definitely be keeping you guys updated on that. Besides that, what else we got, Cap?
I'm gonna just say this right here. This will probably be the last show that you guys see like this with this format. I want to say this right quick. Y'all going to see segments, and we going to have y'all more interactive with everything what's going on with these local artists and going on with these DJs, because that last episode really got my mind going, got Flacco mind going, and we've been talking about this. So this show right here probably be the last time that you're going to hear a conversation, because we want to see y'all sitting right here next to us. We want to see a lot of things going on around here and conversations, so y'all can really get to know what's popping around here.
Well, what's crazy is I was gonna add, and sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
We got a lot of feedback. Like a lot of people DM'd, a lot of people messaged, they commented on it.
They did.
We got a couple promoters that heard the comments and everything, and they definitely want to pull up. So we're definitely gonna be continuing to have this conversation, which I think that is the conversation that's gonna kind of get everybody to join in on the whole conversation,
like we said,
figuring out a solution, because this is not to put people against anybody, artists against DJs against promoters. This is more to create the awareness that in Atlanta there's so much talent, but not everything is as organized as it should be as in other markets. When you go to LA, when you go to New York, when you go to Miami, there's a music scene out there that's Latino. Out here, I feel like there's yet to be that, and there is building. It is brewing. There's a lot of things going on that are cooking behind closed doors. But I think us bringing this conversation definitely is gonna start to get things to help us find a solution.
We gonna get this. We gonna get this on the forefront. This is gonna be one of the important topics, so we can keep you guys on that limelight, because we don't want to let it fall off, because I feel like it's been brewing for 5 years, it falls off. It's been brewing for 5 years and fall off. It's been brewing for 5 years and then it falls off. And the thing that falls off is always the artist. It's never the DJ. It's never the promoter.
Yeah, no, DJ's been coming up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Promoters been coming up too.
And it's different DJs. Like they pass off the baton to the DJs and they keep it going, and the promoters pass off the baton to the promoters and they keep it going. The only thing that falls off is artists, and I'm never gonna I'm never going to like that. And the reason that we started that conversation on the last episode is to keep it going. We want to open the communication and have an artist right here and have a DJ and a promoter at the same time interviewing, or one by one, so the DJ can tell you.
Well, so you can get everybody's side of the story.
Right. Get everybody's side of the story, and also get everybody's point of view and tell you what you need to do to get on the stage.
Yeah. Because I feel like those questions aren't being asked.
It ain't not.
You know, the artist, either there's a pride or an ego thing in between all of these entities that is not allowing that communication.
It's pride. It's definitely
pride. Or that, hey, man, what do I got to do?
Right.
What do I got to do to get you to play my music?
Right.
What do I got to do to get you to bring me to do a show?
Because all this music talking about that it doesn't have the quality, or you don't have the fans, or you don't have this and that needs to stop.
Bro, at this point, there's people recording music on their phones with a old school wired Apple headphone and EQing it and releasing it all directly from the phone.
Right.
There's no more excuse as to why you can't create good music. I think it's the consistency that's a key factor.
And yes, it is a consistency that kills the local artists all the time. For the simple fact is that ellos no son millonarios y
no,
la
claro.
gente trabajan también. Y yo sé que hay los jóvenes que están afuera como los Caldoroki that's killing the game right now. I keep mentioning his name because you just showed me something that's fire, that's ready to brew. And the Donnies and the Hobbies and we gonna mention you. We gonna bring you guys all into this conversation, and we gonna have y'all face to face talking about it and getting you guys. The plan is to get everybody on the same page so they can have an artist on stage, the promoter in the same spot, and the DJ promoting it as well. That's the plan.
Nah, and I think it's a thing that's gonna be worked on with time, with more conversations. The more we bring other guests out here that can, put their 2 cents on a solution or why, or get everybody, not just us, but the audience and the artist, to understand why the things have been the way they have been.
Yes.
We were gonna do a album review. I feel like the episode is getting to a good point. We're gonna leave that for the next episode. We'll do some album reviews. There's some new ones like Jaco, Le Click Vida Rockstar finally came out.
Which is
the
fire.
last time we talked about it, and it's really good. Nicky Jam also dropped one, and I believe there's some more. There'll be some more content by the time we come back and revisit this.
It will.
Pero por ahora, man, gracias, Corillo. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tune in. Follow us on Instagram. Now we have the TikTok. It's inDaSpot.atl.
Yes, sir.
It's temporary for now, but we're going to definitely be on there posting reels. Check us out on all social media. We are now officially in Spotify podcast, so check us out in Spotify as well. If you don't normally watch YouTube, you can listen to us. I know some of you drive and listen to podcasts. You can check us out in Spotify. But yeah, besides that, man, it's your boy FLA.
And this is your captain speaking, Capital.
And you are listening to In the Spot. Chequeamos.